Hi guys, Helen Lingard here. Thank you for joining me. I shall give it a few minutes to give people to get a chance to get on board. So let me just explain a bit about me. My name is Helen Lingard and I'm originally from South Wales, but in the UK, not New South Wales in Australia. But I now live in New Zealand, where it is winter and it's freezing here. As you can see, I'm wrapped up my scarf on. So I got into personal development about 8 to 10 years ago, and it's helped me through so many challenges in life that I want to share with other people what's helped me so that it can help you. Because I know there's people out there who will relate to my story. I'm a single mum. All my family, aside from my children, live back in the UK, so it's just me and my kids out here. And we've been out here on and off for I've been out here on and off for 20 years, and my kids are 22 and 17. So now, the reason I wanted to do this changing how to change your mindset in 90 days is because I was recommended, in fact, in my business, one of the leaders, it started with him. He tells all his people to do this work for 3 months, aka 90 days, to change your mindset. So I decided to do this because I did this last year. I went through a particularly challenging time, which you can look up my blog, workwithhelenlingard.com. Sorry, workwithhelenlingard.com. I tend to talk far too fast. So look it up and you'll see about me losing my fur baby. And I was going down a deep, dark hole, not a good place. And so I decided to try this 90 days to change my mindset. And so I did. And it's amazing. Absolutely amazing the effect it had. So what did I do? Well, I started to read empowering stuff. And aka Tony Robbins, I did it in net time. What's net time? That's no extra time. So that means I have lost my books on my iPhone because for me, several reasons really. I find when I'm going to bed at night, when a lot of people read, I'm tired. So I'm not able to read, I'm falling asleep. So by having on my iPhone, and this is another reason why it's great to have it on your iPhone, to have audio, and we all learn differently, but for me I like audio, and I do like visual, but for me, this reason, no extra time. So I have on audio, and I have them plugged in, and I can be listening. Oops, just realised, I hope you can hear me, sorry. And I can have it, I have it on in the radio in the car, so on the radio car, plugged in the car, when I'm doing housework, when I'm walking, when I'm going to bed at night, when I wake up in the morning. So I'm listening to empowering stuff all the time. Now, a normal days, just you should at least listen or read for at least 30 minutes a day. But when you're trying to change your mindset, if you're going through a particularly challenging time, then just plug in and be listening to it all the time because it will do you so much good. So that's that, and I'm hoping that you've heard. It's been recorded. Since we've got plenty of time, I'll go over it again because I'm concerned I didn't have my headphones in and you might not be able to hear me. So let me start again. So thank you for joining me. I'm Helen Lingard. I'm originally from South Wales, UK, not Australia, but now I live in New Zealand. And I've been into personal development for about 8 to 10 years. And it's helped me so much with so many challenges. So, and particularly a challenge I went through last year, read my blog, workwithhelenlingard.com, about losing my fur baby. And I was going through a bad time. And so I took heed of what somebody I admire said, and their philosophy was to deal with your mindset, to get in a good place, to start a business or whatever, and I am in business, was to spend 90 days, aka 3 months, on your mindset. So what does this work on your mindset involve? It involves reading, and it involves reading, for me, no extra time, which means that I plug into my iPhone. I load audiobooks on here. I go to Audible and load audiobooks on here, and I listen in the car, when I'm walking, when I'm doing housework, when I'm going to bed. Because for me, reading at night, I fall asleep. And yes, many people read at times of the day, and that's fine. But for me, I like to. I do read books too, but I have them on my phone. So what books do I suggest? Well, one of the famous books is Think and Grow Rich. I have this in I have the actual book, and I also have it on my headphones. There is also what else have I got down here? Oh, Psychomatics. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Maxwell Maltz. Wonderful book. I recommend this and Maxwell Cyber-Cybernetics, because it's just incredible. Cyber-Cybernetics is about self-image and how we tend to we're not caught in our self-image, we're not working on our mind, and about belief as well. There's a story I'll just quickly share with you in there about this man who had a not-so-nice girlfriend, and he was spending all his time on her, and she got really cross when he came home one day and said that he was going to spend some money on himself. And he had a big lip. She'd said to him, "I'm never going to marry you because you have this big lip." And so he went off and had this surgery. And she was so mad that when he came back, she said, "I can't believe you had that surgery. I'm not going to marry you anyway." And they were both African origin. And she said to him, "Right, I'm putting this curse on you, you know," and that was it. So he was really bothered. They had a big run. He left, and he went to talk to somebody who knew about this curse and said, "Oh yes, go and see this doctor about it." He went to see this doctor, and the doctor said, "Oh my goodness," and he said, "Yes, this curse, it makes you feel, it'll make you feel old, and it'll do all these things to you." And he described all these symptoms. And this man who was 6'5", and he'd been to see Maxwell Maltz, the author of the book, when he was 6'5" and looking good, and he had this, he's had his lip done, and so he was all these symptoms: you're going to age and grow old, and just be, look awful, and just and it's an African bug. So, on hearing about all these symptoms and this African bug in his lip, because he'd felt his lip was twinging. And so he started to, because he believed what he'd been told, started to manifest all these feelings, these symptoms, and he grew old. Went back to see Maxwell Maltz and said, "Look, I've got this bug in my lip." And the guy who went back to see Maxwell Maltz was old, shrunk down, and basically, I believe he manifested all these things inside him. And Maxwell Maltz said, "No. You've just got adhesions in your lip," which is when sometimes you have surgery and the skin inside sticks together. So I can get that. I'll do that now. So he cut his lip, released this lip, and the guy went off. And a few months later, he sent a picture of himself to Maxwell Maltz, and he'd gone back to where he came from, married his schoolgirl sweetheart, and he got 6'5", but what I'm trying to say is belief, because he believed what they told him. He manifested all these symptoms. So that's the power of cyber-cybernetics. So The Science of Growing Rich, another good book. The Go-Giver, which I don't have on audio, but it's a fantastic book. Look at Ralph Smart. He's fantastic. He does videos all the time. English guy, fantastic. Tony Robbins, he's the one who comes up with no extra time. So there is numerous stuff out there. So you need to be reading, listening all the time. Now, part of my business, we have mindset training, and it's called the Empower Hour. And part of the thing to do is to listen to that every day. And it goes on for at least an hour. So every day we read, like I say, read for at least 30 minutes. And also, if you're looking to do your mindset in 90 days, plug in all the time. And also, if you're part of this business, or you want to become part of this business, do contact me. Get on to the Empower Hour and listen to the Inner Circle calls. They're all recorded. They empower us on a Monday, but they're all recorded, and go back to them. They'll just do so much for you. So other things you can do to work on your mindset for 90 days. Now, this is a mirror exercise I got from Lisa Nichols, which is just incredible. And Lisa Nichols was in The Secret. So she was one of my first introductions to personal development. she talks about this mirror exercise, and she's a single mum, and I'm a single mum, and when quite often when you're a single mum, and maybe you are watching this or looking at the replay, quite often when we've gone through that, we're quite, our self-image is quite low. So this is a very powerful exercise, and it's wonderful because it's only on talking to people I realised how few women, I don't know about men, I'm sure men are the same, cannot look in the mirror because they don't want to look in the mirror. So it's a very powerful exercise. So for a month, do it twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, and go into the mirror and say 10 things you love about yourself. Focus on your attributes. Don't ignore the things you don't like. Like say, I love my eyes, love my smile, love my hair, and just go through 10 things and find 10 things. You do have 10 things you love about yourself. Believe you me, there are 10 things. If you were in front of me, I could point out 10 things about you that are lovely. 10 things you forgive yourself for. The row you had with so-and-so the day, whatever you did 20 years ago, whatever, just 10 things. You will find 10 things to forgive yourself for. Or if you can't, just, and again, both of them, if you can't find 10 things, just make it however many things you can. And 10 things you can achieve this month. 10 goals you can achieve this month. So to do the exercise every day for 30 days. In fact, you can do it for 90 days. We do 90 days. Write in your journal every single day. Like the good, bad, and the ugly. And you write in your journal, and you can write down, you know, whether you've had a good day or a bad day, and I'm doing this because I type, and write things like, you know, Austin's dropping nuts today, and just get it out, just get it down on paper. Also write in your journal positive affirmations. I am. And if you haven't heard the phrase already, impossible, I'm possible. To write down, I'm successful, I'm achieving my goals, and write down all these things. You can also write in your journal empowering questions, empowering positive questions. How can I do this? What do I need to do? What do I need to believe? What do I need to achieve? Write down empowering questions. And if you're not sure about empowering questions, you can again look at my blog. I've got there'll be a blog there about empowering questions, or Google empowering questions, and you'll find out positive empowering questions. There'll be numerous stuff out there about it. No trouble on paper. This does amazing things for you. If you have people in your life, now this has happened to me again. All this is stuff I've done to help me change my mindset. That's why I share with you. It's stuff I've done. I speak from experience. So the other thing to do is to write down, if you have any grievances with people, write a letter to them. Write it handwritten or type it. Some people say it's more, when you write it down, it's more kind of, because you have to do it. It's kind of more therapeutic, but you can type it. Write down, you know, dear so-and-so, and write down there, you know, be nice to them. Don't worry, I'm not going to send this. Write down, I love you, blah, blah, you did this to me, blah, blah. However, this is what you did to upset me, but I forgive you. And that releases it. So I did this, and I wrote to about 5 or 6 or 8 people, and it's just weight off your shoulders. And you can do this more than once. If it doesn't work the first time, keep doing it. Just do it more than once. So that's another thing you can do. Ho'oponopono. Have you heard of that one? That's really good. That's very powerful. I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me. Look it up. It's about, it's a story based on I think he was a psychiatrist, and he went into a mental hospital. He didn't have the patients, but he's got all their files. And he went through all their files, and he just said, I'm sorry, in fact, yes, sorry, I'll tell you a bit more story behind it. Psychiatric hospital, I can't remember where it was. Google it anyway, because it'll tell you. It's Joe Vitale tells this story. He has a hospital where the staff are always leaving because it's just so bad. And there's a long history about this place. So this Lou Hen, I think his name is, or Lou Len, a psychiatrist, goes in and doesn't see the patients, but looks at all the files, and he just goes through all the files and says on all the files, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me. I'm sorry, please forgive me. And one by one, the patients get better, discharged, and the mental hospital closes down. So by saying, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, you're bringing peace to both yourself and the world. It might sound a bit woohoo, but just try it, go with it, be open. That's one thing you've got to be with this 90 days. Be very open to letting it happen, letting it work. Exercise. If you're not exercising already, find something that works for you, because exercise is so good in helping you just all together, mind, body, the whole thing. I do Bikram, which is fantastic, body and mind. But exercise, find something now. It doesn't have to be vigorous. Just start, start small and build up. But exercise every single day. Turn off the news and stop reading the newspapers, because honestly, it just brings you down. And there's a philosophy about, philosophy is the right word, by the media would have us believe that the world is a horrible place, but it's not. There's plenty of good stuff happening. But the more you subscribe to the madness, and if you know anything about the law of attraction, then what you put out there or what you focus on, you bring more of. So by everybody posting and reading the news and how dire it is, we focus on, we bring more of it about. So instead what we have to do is just pray and just send peace and just be kind. So turn off the newspapers, turn off the news and stop reading the newspapers, and just instead do everything in your power to be kind to people, because again, what you put out there, you get back. So just turn off the news and newspapers, and you'll hear about things. And this morning, in fact, because I don't read the newspapers, but you couldn't avoid this Malaysian awful thing. And a friend of mine who I'm part of a group on Facebook that do Ho'oponopono, and a friend of mine had posted in there who runs the group, let's do Ho'oponopono for this Malaysian tragedy. We did. And again, we can't do anything about these atrocities, but all we can do is put our energy on being kinder and doing good things for people. So yes, turn off the news and don't read the newspapers. Send love. I mean, there's another book I've read which is very good is The Power, Rhonda Byrne, which is a very good book. So look at The Power, Rhonda Byrne. And she talked about it as Wayne Dyer, and many places they talk about it, is wherever you go, sending love and kindness and blessings to everybody. And again, it sounds woohoo, but it only takes one person, one step at a time, one person to make a difference. So do that. Where else am I here? Gratitude. Write down what you're grateful for every single day. And if you don't have a lot in your life, I mean, if you're going through a challenging time, write the simple things. I have clean water to drink. I have food in the fridge. I have food in the cupboard. I can walk. I can hear the birds singing. I can see the blue sky, or the rain, as in my case, the rain, the grey clouds. Whatever you can, the little things. Make it about the little things. So, be grateful for the person who smiled at you today. Be grateful for the person you made smile today. Grateful for somebody's, and just go through your life. Being grateful for everything, and just do everything you can to make other people's lives better too. But gratitude, write in your gratitude log every day. You can write that in your journal if you like, if that works for you. Other thing I'd say is, if you're going through a challenging time and you're wanting to do this 90 days as part of changing your mindset, to get through this challenging time, like I was, earlier in the year, then get out and meet people. And meet like-minded, positive people. Meeting people who are positive will only lift you up. So also try and spend less time, especially if you're going through a challenging time, spend less time with those people who are negative. You can be polite and just don't be in touch with them, or you can actually I've done that myself, distance yourself from people who are just a bit negative or don't have a good thing to say about people, because especially when you're trying to change your mindset. And when you go through a difficult time, you want people who will lift you up, not people who can bring you down. So let me just go through what I've said, just to clarify. So basically, it's about reading, and reading in no extra time. So put it on your phone or your listening device. Where are we here? And get listening to books. Read as well if you want to. It's good, there's all sorts of ways. Think and Grow Rich, Cybernetics, Science of Growing Rich, The Go-Giver, Ralph Smart, Tony Robbins. Look at videos, just look at empowering stuff. And listen to books all the time in the car, when you're doing exercise, whatever. The Mirror Exercise, 10 things you love about yourself, 10 things you forgive yourself for every single day. And I will put this below the video so that if it's on the replay, you can still see it. Write in a journal every single day. Write out your achievements, even on Facebook. Put, you know, oh, I'm so pleased I did this today, because people will be encouraging you, and the more you get encouraged, the higher your energy and the higher vibration. So it's all good. It's all good. And also encourage other people too. When you celebrate other people's successes, you bring that to yourself. So celebrate other people's success along with your own. Write in your journal. Get your troubles down on paper. If you have grievance with people, write them a letter, but don't send it. Just write it down. You can either put it in the fire, burn it, rip it up, whatever. But just write it out, because that's therapeutic. Use Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you. Exercise, already doing it, get into some exercise. Turn off the news, stop reading the newspapers. As much as people say, well, I want to be informed. Well, you will be informed because you'll hear about it, but you don't need to focus on it, because the more we focus, the more we bring it about. Send love to people, you know, send love and blessings and kind to people. Write in a gratitude log every single day. Small things. I'm so happy I had a good night's sleep last night. I'm so happy I spoke to so-and-so today. I'm so happy I've got food in the fridge. I'm so happy I can hear the birds singing. Because remember, it's always people worse off than you. You can hear the birds singing. Everyone can hear the birds singing. Not everyone can see the blue sky or grey sky or the rain. Not everyone can feel the rain. So, you know, and again, even when there's been like it's rain or it's cold, be grateful for that, because unless we had cold, we wouldn't appreciate the hot. Unless we have hot, we don't appreciate the cold. So it's always good to realize there's a silver lining in everything. And if you're going through a challenging time, well, do connect with me. I'd love to help you, but also do this double, 10 times. You know, just no extra time. Make sure you're listening to empowering stuff 24/7. Go to sleep with it. Wake up to it. And if you want any more help, please contact me. I'd love to hear from you. And I don't know whether there's any Q&A. Let me see if anyone's got any questions. We've got a few minutes before it finishes, so if you've got any questions, do let me know. And that's all really. I shall, if everyone wants a list of this description of this Google Haptics Hangout, I'm happy to send that to you. And connect with me on Facebook, check out my blog, and my blog's workwithhenlinger.com. And thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you. And do connect with me on Facebook. And oh yes, do connect with me. I will do another Hangout this week. It's probably, I think it's Wednesday night, Northern Hemisphere, Thursday morning, Southern Hemisphere. I shall have a very important guest on my show. I'm so excited to have her. And next Sunday, I'll have another important guest on my show. I'm so excited to have them too. So I'll be sending an invite out later today. So look out for that. And great to connect with you. And I look forward to hearing what you thought of the Hangout. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, and I'm off to cuddle because it's cold here. Talk to you soon.